Aloha. Let's take a look at the markets for May 6th, 2021, 7 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. I'm going to go through this video relatively quickly. We're going to look at four different markets and just point out some levels that I'm watching to see what's going to happen. And if you like what you're hearing, if you want to learn how to do this, you want to have some help in your trading, then comment, message me, do something to let me know that you're interested. I'll get a hold of you and we'll talk about that. So right now we're looking at crude oil, which is one of my favorite things to trade. And I'm watching to see what's going to happen for this area around the $66 to potentially $67. We see that crude oil went up here, and once it hit this area, we had sellers come in and sell all the way off. Way down here, kind of built up and down, building a bit of a base over here, popped up to around the 64 mark, came down to a little bit over 60, low 60s, and then sort of went up, had a little congestion right in here, it went up to around 66. Now we're sort of pulling back. So look at where my crosshair has lined up. It's right around the 64 area, right in here. So tonight when I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I'm going to be watching it. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to see what this candle does. If it pulls down, how far does it pull down? And then when the candle closes, where do the buyers step in? Even though the sellers come in, do the buyers step in? How is this candle going to end? If we start moving down lower and getting lower into 64, then I want to see what happens around 63. If it goes into 63, how low is it going to go into 63? How long is it going to hang out there? Is it going to look like this? Is it going to trade way down, but buyers come in, so you get one of these long wicks? That's what I'm looking at with oil at the moment. Let's take a look at S&P E-mini futures. If you didn't know, the S&P E-mini futures trade about 24 hours a day. So if you live in Eastern Standard Time, you wake up early before the markets open, you can take a look at what's going on in futures to give you an indication of what the stock market is possibly going to do. You could say the futures are going to influence the market. So the futures are still trading. You can be watching that to find out. And you see, if we look here, it's a bit of a sideways range, right? Where around this 4,200 point seems to have some resistance. I think it's going to end up breaking this resistance. I don't know for sure. And if it does, we'll see how high it goes. If it doesn't, then if it's not going to break it, then how far is it going to go down? Is it going to go down to here and kind of be stuck in this range from about 42 to whatever, the 41-ish something? If it breaks this 41-ish something, and if the buyers aren't stepping in to make bring it back up, then when we keep looking to the left, the next amount of possible little bit of support comes right around here and in this area. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And even though it's not exact, if we look over here, right, that's sort of in this range, sort of the same range there. We'll have to see what happens. Generally, often when I see stuff like this, and I see how that is just a little slightly higher. Look at this crosshair. I'm attempting to put them on the bottom. See how the crosshair right here, it's on the top of these candles, but it's on the bottom of these. So it seems like there's a little bit of edging up, which is the same thing that was going on for oil, like kind of right here. See, top, now they're on the bottom. So we will watch and see. Let's take a quick look at gold. We see gold had a wide range candle here. So what I'm particularly looking for at the moment is what is going to happen with this candle over what is going to happen with this candle and what is going to happen with the next candle. If this candle stays above the top of this bar, then to me that's a strong indication that we have a new type of support here. And if we look left, We got something going on in here, so that might happen for us. Now, if it sells into this candle, if this starts dropping down into this candle, how far is it going to go down? Is it going to go 50% down? Is it going to go 25% down? Is it going to go 75% down? What's going to happen, and what's going to happen the next candle? And I feel like over the next 2 days, I should have a lot better idea of a potential trade to make with gold. Let's take a look at silver, and we will see. On gold, I talked about that wide range green candle, and I was waiting to see how far that next candle is going to go sell off into gold. Is it going to stay above? Well, this is silver, but you see how it traded. Sellers came in, we went all the way down here. You can see that wick. But then the buyers came in, and it ended up closing about, yeah, that's about 50% into this candle, a little less than 50%. And then the next day, what happens is we got more sellers come in. They sell all the way down here, but buyers come in, and look, it still closes right here, which is kind of around 50%. And then, boom, shoots up. So sometimes this type of thing happens in a market. And so that's why I'm looking to see, is something like that going to happen with gold? Waiting to see. We'll see what happens. If this type of stuff interests you and you want to work with me to do some sort of trading for yourself and figure out a plan that's going to work with your lifestyle, your personality, and all the things that go together with it, then reach out to me. You guys have a fantastic night.